Hi, everybody. Oh boy, am I orange today? Uh, sorry about the lighting. Not much I can do about it today. Our natural lighting is buried underneath clouds and rain. But hello and welcome. And I didn't want to make you good folk wait anymore, so I have my coffee, my other bad habit, and pardon the dew today. It's still wet. I gotta let it air dry. So there's that. So how is everyone doing? Mary, Dawn, Chuck, who else we got out here? Shift, good to see you, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you. Um, you know, I was I was wanting to share something with you guys. I've heard this song many times before, and today I really heard it. Do you know what I mean? Like, um, I don't know. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find this and play it for you guys. So this one may get taken down, but hey, Travis, Gigi, Anna, good to see you guys. Good to see you. Um, so I wanted to share this song with you guys. I don't know if I should, maybe Gigi or somebody can help me out with advice on this. I've pulled up the lyric version of this song. Do I play it on the screen so it shows as the lyric version so I don't get taken down? Or how do I do this? Anybody? Takers? I really, it's a song called Born for This, and it's by The Score. And I would dearly love to know how to play this without getting taken down. Lyric version should be safe. Trim it out after. Okay. Is it going to give me a strike and then I can just say mute that part? Hey, Meg. Good to see you. Travis. You can play. Okay. All right. So do I share the screen then so they can see that it's the lyrical version? Under 45 seconds. Now, all right. Hold on then. Give me a second here. Let me see if I can do this thing. Okay. Because, you know, the guy that does all this all nice and smooth and stuff, he's not here right now. So, so this isn't going to be very smooth, but we'll do this. And you guys let me know if you've heard this before. Oh, come on. Commercials, really? Here we go. The sound was really crappy. We are warriors. We are all the same. Come from different places with the same name, right? After watching, who was it? Joseph last night had shared a link with us about our veterans. Uh, all right, Chuck. Sorry you have to go, man. Good to see you. But the words of that song, I heard that song today, and the words to that song really just struck a chord in me. And I thought, man, I've got to share that with them. So I went like a minute into it, but it was worth it. Um, hey, Pappy, good to see you, Dorinda, everybody. Um, so it really, really brings home the point, um, we are truly all related, right? Um, and we are all here at this point in time for a specific reason, right? Um, so anybody out there, if you're feeling unappreciated, or you're feeling like you don't fit in, and you're feeling like um, you just can't find your place, let me reassure you that you are here right now in this time for a reason. So I think that's vital that we all remember that we don't forget that we are each important components of the Creator's plan, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. We well, thanks, Chuck. Um, Even if we don't feel like that at sometimes, and we wonder what's the reason. Hindsight is the best teller of truth there ever was. Hindsight is the best finder of answers there ever was. And I think a lot of people might agree with me on that one. Um, there's there's um, there's just something to be said for hindsight and how it can show you. So if you're sitting here and you're thinking, "What's my reason? What's my purpose?" Stop, breathe, and pray. Okay. Um, because your purpose may not be known to you. It may not be your um, it may not be your purpose to know your purpose. Um, it could just be that your placement is key. That you have a loving heart and it's going to be needed in the place where you are. It could just be that you have an understanding that may be needed in a future time that you don't know about. Um, it could be many things. It could be anything. And so we cannot forget that we are all, even the people that we don't care for, we're all here on this plane on Earth right now for a reason. And so I encourage you to remember how special you are, how truly special each and every one of us is, and how our light can grow, and how our love can grow. And, they don't call support beams for no reason, right? And those are vital to any structure. And so are beams of light. Beams of light are vital too. So, with whatever uncertain future we move towards, um, know that your purpose, uh, it's already been agreed on, and it's already been predetermined by Creator. I believe. I mean, we do have free will and we do have free choice. Um, that being said, though, uh, I think our purposes, depending on whether we want to live our lives positively or negatively, can determine like the end of that story, in many ways. So, um, oh, you guys are doing big hair, huh? Here, if you could get this stuff to stand up, I bet I'd win. But it won't stand up. There's not enough product in the world to hold it. Plus, I don't like that stuff. So, um, hey, Farmer's Son, good to see you. Ooh, fancy schmancy. So yeah, I mean, I do take care of it. I'm very gentle with my hair. I don't use products on it. I don't use dyes on it, and that is my choice. I have nothing against people that do use products and stuff on their hair, but I just don't. It's my choice. I have virgin hair, and I love that. So, anybody want to come up and chat? Anyone? Because really, honestly, I just really needed, I felt like I needed to share that song with you guys. I wish I could have played the whole thing. But if you have never heard it, even if it's not your style of music, I implore you to go to YouTube, find one with the lyrics, and mute it if you don't want to hear it, right? If you don't want to listen to it, that's fine. But read the lyrics. Um, just wow. You guys are talking about hairdos and styles and whatnot. Huh? Well, I can't really get in on that conversation. I don't know much about that stuff. It's pretty healthy, Mary. I have really thick hair. I used to. There was a time in my life where I was homeless, and I could use my hair literally for floss. Like it's pretty strong stuff. I know that doesn't sound great and all, but um, until you're in a position like that, you don't know what you'd do to survive, to be healthy. So there you have it. I've had my hair cut, I think four times in my life. Twice it was short. Like once I had it like a bob, and I want something for Raina, Meg. I gotta whisper because I don't want her to hear me. But I want to get a Christmas present for Raina. But I want to trade goods for it because um, just where it's at right now. Hi,
Hi,
how are you, hon?
I'm okay. How are you?
I am all right. Just got back from the food bank. That's why we had to have a late show today. I had to run to the food bank today. So
Gotcha. Yeah, we should have gone. We didn't.
I had to. I didn't have anything else to feed my cats. I was trying to feed them the leftover dog food that we had left from Dashy Boy, but they're not into it. They're really not into it.
So, what was the name of that song that you just
uh, born born for this, and
born?
it's by The Score. Hey Gary, good to see you, man. Robert. Um, it's called Born for This, and it's by a band called The Score, and it's one of the few songs with lyrics that I actually like. Because I listen to a lot of instrumental stuff. Like I listen to like Josh Vietti and Lindsey Sterling, and they're violinists, and they do a lot of instrumental stuff. I like Jim Brickman, who does piano instrumentals and things like that. I like instrumental music better than I like uh, worded music now. Now that I've reached my older age.
You're always talking like you're
Happy.
so old. You're
I
a baby.
know. I know. I am a baby in comparison to a lot of people, but I have lived a lot of life in my short time. Um, but that is what it is. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I don't know. Age is just a number. It's never really mattered to me.
So, how are you feeling? Like
I'm
really?
okay. Huh?
Like really?
Well, I've got I've got a lot of pressure in my head right now because we've got more storms over top of us right now, and it's been raining all morning. So behind my eyes, I've got a lot of pressure. So I'm trying to look into the camera to talk to you folks, but at the same time, I'm trying to like keep my eyes down a little bit from the light. So bear with me.
Eh,
Had a terrible night last night, man. My hips and my back just wouldn't stop. I couldn't get comfortable, and I thought, I'm ready for the rain to be done and the snow to come on by this, at this point, because the rain makes me so achy. The snow makes me achy, but I don't get the headaches with the snow that I do with rain because of the pressure systems are all changed by the time winter gets here, So,
And on the opposite, snow. I guess I can't see in snow. That snow blindness thing that they talk about, I totally get it.
yeah, it's real. Yeah. I don't drive in the daylight in the snow. I'll drive at night in the snow, but I won't drive in the daylight in the snow. But after a couple years ago, we had a really terrible winter here. And at the time, I was delivering newspapers. And 3 weeks into that winter, I had already had to be pulled off the side of the road, out of ditches, and saved from rolling a Jeep down a hill by salt trucks. And then I decided wasn't going to do that anymore. I won't do it anymore. So I can't. I can't find enough. I can't find that equality of this money equals my life. I can't find that. It doesn't work for me. There's no valuation there. I'm just not willing to trade off for a paycheck to leave my child motherless. I wouldn't do that.
No.
So I gave it up. It was good work, though. I mean, you work 3-4 hours a night, 7 nights a week, and you get a paycheck like you're working 80 hours. Pretty good. But your maintenance is terrible. It rips apart your vehicles in no time. So I don't know how much you really get out of it. I know how much you put into it, though.
So have you been looking at the news?
Mm-hmm. Not really. I had to go out today and do stuff, so I didn't. I watched. I've looked over some headlines and stuff, but I haven't really looked at any news. So you want to talk about it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just like really heavy right here.
Are you? What's making you heavy, hon?
Oh, I don't know. Could it be Americans are being left in the ditch? Illegals getting 450,000 each or more?
I didn't see that. I saw that.
How long are we going to let this go on?
I don't believe it's going to be that much longer. After, did you grab the link that Joseph posted in Gigi's last night?
Yes, I did.
Did you watch that?
Yes, I did.
I don't think it's going to be much longer at all.
I don't either. So
I think it's right around the corner. That's where my heaviness comes in, because I don't want to have to see people fight and bleed and die for freedoms that we already earned.
But that's what we've been doing from day one.
Exactly. And so we're at that crux where history is going to have to repeat itself to rid ourselves of tyrants yet again. Hey, Jeff. Good to see you, man. I feel I can understand your heaviness on that.
And that's what you were talking about. The man, in one way we gotta do what we gotta do, but On the other hand, you've got to have that compassion in your heart for, because people are going to need it.
They are
And
going to need it.
and I think us old, crippled, worn out people are going to be the ones that are needed.
You are going to be needed. And Bonnie, you say that, and I know that sometimes you see yourself that way, but I want to say this to you. When I look at you, all I see is that big, beautiful golden heart of yours. And you shine a light, hon, that is incomparable. And the people in your area, they may not know it now, but they're going to need you more than ever. I don't think I've met another person made like you, with the heart as big as Texas and a steel spine to match. You know what I mean? You underestimate yourself so much. And I love you. I love you because you are amazing. You are such a gift. I am blessed to know you.
Thank you. I feel the same. All of y'all.
We got to be. And here's the thing, Bonnie, we got to teach people again that strength doesn't mean not being able to cry, right? That's not what strength entails. Strength means you can cry, release those emotions, move on, and be stronger, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not even, it's not for me. It's not for me that I weep. It is for everything I have believed in my whole life. It's flying right here behind me. This is.
I'm giving you a giant hug.
You got us all up here now, Bonnie.
Okay.
Sorry.
I have something to say to Bonnie too. Okay. I don't know you very well. We only just started to get to know you. All right. But as Heather said, you are a light, and I love your light.
Thank you.
There you go.
And you are one of the strongest women I know. We love you, Bonnie.
I love y'all. I'm just not feeling very strong right now.
We all have days
And
like
that's
that.
why we have each other. We all have
This
those
country's
days.
so
And you guys
big.
have all been
there
there
you
for
go.
me when I've had those days.
I'm
You've all
feeling
been there for me.
like I'm the only one who's trying to.
Sorry. I'm like wiggling around going, okay, I gotta get some natural light in here. All of a sudden I go just like black on the screen. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Anyways, I like where you're sitting, Bonnie. It's so nice and sunshine.
I understand. I don't have words to make it better.
It's nice out
All
here.
I can say is shine on, you beautiful diamond. I mean, because listen, I want you to think about something, right? Diamonds are formed in the heart of the earth through pressure and time, right?
Yep.
Compacted. There's stress upon stress upon stress placed on those beautiful rocks. Am I wrong?
Nope.
That's how we're formed. We are all formed in a like manner. Now I'm going to propose this to you. If you get a diamond dirty enough to the point where it won't shine, did it take away its light? Or did it just cover it up temporarily? Because you can't take away those fractals inside that diamond. So you just have to do a spit polish on it, right? Spit polish and hold it up to the great light so that you can reflect that beautiful light some more. And we all run into times like that. And if you're feeling like it's time for a spit polish, sit down in a quiet place by yourself turn off the YouTube, turn off the friends and the turn off the phone for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Give yourself that time and pray. And breathe. And know that
Don't forget to breathe deep. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
and listen, we can't
You guys hear the
forget.
birds?
We cannot forget that when this is done, and I know we're in the heart of it now. And we all know something's coming. We all feel it. That we are going to do the best we can to come out of this tribulation, standing tall, shining bright. And when our new day gets here, because it will be here, it's going to be beautiful. And all this will have been worth it. Because all of this is just the polishing. All of it. Just the polishing.
Well, just remember, even a rattlesnake can be pretty in the sun.
Pretty until
Oh,
then.
yeah.
But
Yes.
you're not a rattlesnake, honey
This
bun.
is true.
But I
Um,
bet you
you
your
know-
bite is like a rattlesnake.
I was just gonna say, there's nothing wrong with having
Regina!
that.
She gives
For a
warning.
good reason. That's right. Sometimes you gotta get mad and you gotta fight back too. There's nothing wrong with it.
The mad's there.
And
The
drawing.
mad's been there. And I keep battling with that because I feel like, okay, I shouldn't have all this anger. And, well, sorry. Yes, I should.
Nothing
And
wrong with being angry at whatever else. You just gotta learn that, it's just part of whatever and you gotta let it go.
too many people have bled for
Hey,
this.
pretty girl.
Hi, Rianne. How are
Hi,
you?
Rita.
Hi.
How are you?
Sorry, I didn't say your name right. I don't think.
Hi, Raina.
Raina.
How's it going?
Hi,
That
Bonnie.
was one of my favorite songs growing
Hi,
up.
sweetie.
And it's still a good song, right? The golden oldies. Oh, that was so much fun listening to Ken. Vena, teeny weeny bikini. Yeah, never mind.
She'd always,
That
when
was an
she
old
was
one.
really little, she'd be like, Mom, will you sing the rain song? Or will you sing the name song? And I'd say, okay, what name? And then she'd shout out a name. And then when we'd do a couple of them, and then she'd do my name. And then I'd do it, she'd get all red.
Teach you the was it Pig Latin? Anybody remember that? How you did
Yeah.
Pig Latin? So
Yeah.
my name would be Gnapai, I think.
Ain't a Ray.
Jeff, yeah.
It
Etherhead.
depended.
Jop E. So Jeff would be Jop E Fop Fop, something like that.
It sounded more like you're doing gibberish. We used to do gibberish.
Because nobody would know if you want to talk to somebody and they weren't paying attention. You could say something to a friend and they know you're just
Yeah.
spelling something out, right? And by that time, somebody's going, "Huh? What? Never mind."
I want to, you guys, I want to say something real quick. If
No.
you feel sorry for illegals, move a family into your house and see how that goes. Okay, I get the anger and the upset,
Is
but
somebody
don't
saying-
lose sight that these are human beings just like us. That these are human beings, many who have come from tyrannical governments. And America has always stood as the promise on the hill.
No, sorry,
Always.
Heather. No.
So if I were illegal, I have known quite a few immigrants in my life. I lived up and down the East Coast. I was a hair professional and helped teach English as a second language to a lot of adult learners that spoke little or no English at all. And so those people are oftentimes put in positions to come here, are forced. All right. I knew a woman from China, from a small farming province. She had 3 children. They threatened to kill her children or make her pick which child needed to die because she was only allowed to have 2. And you know what they told her she had to do to save all 3 of her children's life? She had to mule drugs over here. So she muled drugs over here and she got caught and she went to prison. wherein I ended up teaching her English.
Wow,
So
what a system.
we can say things like that because we're upset and we're angry, but let us not forget that this entire globe is full of human beings, all crying out for help, all crying out for love, all crying out for understanding.
Yep. We went to Jamaica.
I really do feel that way. I don't believe it's right what's going on.
Oh,
Heather,
But it's
I
a
understand.
every country is messed up and not run properly, kind of thing. It's just, I
Right.
really hope somehow we all finally, because when we went to Jamaica, and that's still a few years ago and whatever, we took a tour, and it was a fabulous tour, but we learned a lot about the history, because I talked about it. I mean, we got to have the old reggae music going and have our little drinks on the bus and all that too, right? But the way the children go to school, the way it was explained, and their seasons, like certain times, was totally different in our system. I mean, they don't have snow to deal with and everything else too, but just the whole grading and whatever, and then how they're made into a, like, put them in a certain direction job wise and whatever. Like, it's very smartly done. But and then you see the other areas of Jamaica and the garbage. You think North America can be garbage? We went up this mountain to whatever point, and I mean, it was a good ways up this mountain, and all we kept seeing was green garbage bags of garbage, or just piles of garbage on the side and everything. And I'm like, what?
Easy.
Something to do with the government breaking down in the system at the time, whatever. And I'm like, this is going everywhere. The longer this sits there, the more it's going. I'm just like, wow, like.
Listen, I mean, I get people should not be coming into our country illegally, and certainly not in mass. But you don't know what position those people have been put in either.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My mother came over to Canada from Germany because that was just at the end of the wars and stuff like that. She came over here to make a name for, like, a life for herself.
I
And Germany was a part.
understand that. But listen,
Oh, I don't mean that, Bonnie. I like to anybody else. I'm just saying we all kind of come from somewhere else. So to speak.
everywhere you go in the third world countries, it's going to look like that. You go take a cruise where you're dropped off at. Yes, that's the nice beachy part. Look
Yeah.
at this is beautiful. But if you go into the country, you're going to see that.
you see
is
that here in
not-
America. You see it here
Yeah.
in America.
Exactly.
Look at the
Yes.
homeless.
You go
We
to
should not
Detroit
have people like that.
Chicago or any of those cities.
People
Okay,
think Toronto is all whatever. You'd be
But-
amazed how much homeless is
But-
in Toronto. Sorry.
the people around me, and I have some really dang good neighbors. They are hard workers. Yes, they waited years. They did it legally. Those people are mad, and they have a right to be. Okay, but
And you're
Gigi,
right.
Yep.
You're right.
Y'all
Yep.
try. Let Gigi and Dorinda try to come here right now. Go ahead. Y'all try to come
Exactly.
here. Right
Exactly.
We can.
Happen.
And they can't.
Yep.
And see, and I understand. I'm not talking about the unfairness of the system or the bullshit that they're trying to put us through to shove people down our throats. All right. But what I'm saying is, put if you're going to put blame, put it on the people who deserve it.
Yep.
Because we don't know the circumstances of those other human beings. Put the blame where it belongs, on the freaking system and the dumbasses up there that are doing this, because they're the ones that are doing this. It's not the people.
Until
Everybody's going to reach for better. It's human
until we
nature.
get our own fixed, how can we fix everybody else's countries? We cannot. How
We're
can
not
we house
supposed to.
those
They should be
people?
fixing their own.
Yeah.
How can we house those people when we don't have the housing for our own? How many homeless people are under your interstates? How many homeless people are camped out around your businesses and don't even have a restroom to use? You walk outside and you step in a pile of human.
You know, I'm kind of thinking lately too, going, yeah, I see where this has all been going for months, and it's like, I think everybody needs to, like, I don't know how it works in the States. I know when we had somebody in as prime minister within like 3 months or something. This is like the 80s or something, and people revolted, and he was like literally like shoved out of parliament.
That was a
kind of
girl.
thing.
That was that Kim something.
No. I'm talking about. I was gonna say John Turner. No. Oh,
But again, the
we're
people
talking
moved
way
him.
back. But anyways,
People
he
did
got
it, right?
Joe Clark. That's it, Joe Clark. Remember Joe Clark's name? Yeah, whatever he did, I don't know. He was outed. And I'm thinking, well, if everybody's so against Biden, whatever else, like, why doesn't more people kind of stand up to kind of get him outed somehow too? I'm like, I don't know, but I guess everybody's kind of doing that, but kind of not doing. I don't know.
We've seen this over and over. You know why they're not doing it?
Down.
Because they made an example of January 6th. Because they made an example of patriots that went to January 6th and didn't do anything wrong. That's why people aren't doing it.
Hey, Shane.
Because they know it's a setup. And see, this is a repeating storyline in our history over and over and over again. Okay? If you did something that didn't agree with the narrative, didn't agree with the story they wanted told, if you tried to enlighten something or someone or unite people under the halo of love, if you tried to do that, you were persecuted. Christ was persecuted. How many men and women were persecuted, being accused of being witches that weren't anything but natural healers?
Yeah,
we know that
Very
happened.
True. Yeah,
we know that stuff happened.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
And you know what gets me now?
Giordano Bruno, a Dominican Republic friar, persecuted for teaching higher consciousness, persecuted for teaching that you could find God within you. He was turned upside down. He was held in prison for 7 years because he would not recant. He was then burned at the stake upside down after having his tongue cut out publicly. And then nobody talked about his ideas or his teachings ever again, because they made a public example out of it. They're doing it now. They're doing it all over again. So when you ask, why isn't this taking place or why isn't that taking place? It's because we have been mind fucked for a very long time. Pardon my French. But it's the truth. That's what they do.
Yep.
They terrorize certain people, right? They terrorize them. They make examples out of them. They do really, really bad shit to them. Like, right? Rudy Giuliani. Who was the other guy? Robert Stone, Michael Flynn. Did they not persecute all those gentlemen because they were around and supporting a certain candidate? Didn't they persecute them so that nobody else would support him in those fields? If you guys can't see this, this is history repeating itself all over again. It is just another witch hunt.
It's just a different story.
And the only difference is that they're not calling it a witch hunt. They're calling it something else. They give it a new name, but that doesn't change the face of it. And so we're in a place in our current time where we are repeating history quite literally. Germany, we're repeating it. Salem witch trials, we're repeating it. We're there. We're right here. And when you ask why people don't, go ahead,
Dawn. I kind of get your point, what you're saying with that, but it's not exactly funny either. We're just trying to say we don't want to pass judgment. We don't know what those people have gone through that are coming over. Nobody said we have to open up the door, let them in our own homes either. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
You're going to have good people and bad people. No matter what group of people you look at, there are going to be good folk and bad folk.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
They've already said
And no,
their intentions are not good.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's tons of people that are terrible that are coming across too.
Because it gets upsetting to me to hear where we go one, we go all. To hear we're all in this together, and then to turn around and see, nope, you're not in this with us because you're over there and we don't like you and we don't like your group.
That
we
is
don't
not
like this,
like
and
the
we
way
don't
you
like
think.
that, and we don't like the way you talk. Now, listen, just let me make my point,
An
okay?
example.
Because it's not just about illegals. I'm seeing this everywhere. Patriots are dividing and ripping themselves apart
Yes, they
over
are.
stupid stuff. They cannot let go of their preconceived notions to love their neighbor wholeheartedly and say, you're a human being, I'm a human being, we're related. I love you. What do you need? Can I help you? They're not looking at it that way. You think differently. You're not part of our group. That's what they're doing. They haven't gotten the lesson yet. The only way to really truly unite is to let go of that crap, that surface bullshit, and
love
get
thy
down to
neighbor.
the heart of it. The heart of it has always been to love your fellow man. From every teaching around the world.
Yep.
Quite frankly.
I'm going to address another little comment too in chat. Maybe
What's
we
the
should
comment?
hear
Because
what
my
people-
chat's freezing up.
It's okay. You'll understand in a second. Because Chuck was making a comment. Oh, sorry, I forgot who it was. About don't care what they've been through. Well, what if sometimes there's children that have been brought to the borders and it's not fair what's done to them. Their parents been taken away or died or whatever. These children might have been abused, or they might have been drug mules, or who knows. The stories could be endless on anybody coming to that border. It could be just some regular poor family, and yeah, it could be some drug head or whatever else, but you can't judge 100 people all the same is all I'm trying to say. Yes,
Yeah.
some people do deserve a chance, and yes, they should be going through the border properly, but I don't know why all this is going on. I mean, I'm only
Well, because
it's like,
Biden,
why are these
because
thousands of
Potato Head
people running
invited them all.
that? Yeah, exactly. And
Here's
it's like,
the thing,
okay, so
too.
why is
Here's
that going on?
Listen, that's what we see.
Yeah.
That's what we see.
Yeah.
What
was
don't
the deal
we
made
see?
underneath of all that?
Are the cartels killing people and just taking their children if they won't give them up? Or are they paying
Yep.
people and saying, if you don't take the money, we'll kill you and take them anyway? Because that
Has
stuff
it-
happens, guys. It happens in our world.
Mexico's bad. The
Do
stuff
you
I've
know how many
heard over the
parents are
decades.
selling their children to them?
And that is disgusting.
It is.
Mhm.
And I would take a
Yes, it
bullet before I'd let them do that.
Yep.
But they take some.
Those kids aren't coming alone for a reason.
I know. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We can't
Yeah,
say,
I'm just trying to say
we
we
can't
should
sit
be
here in
judgmental,
judgment of these people without knowing. And us
That's
being
the thing, too.
judgmental of these people is not going to help the situation in any way, shape, or form.
No, it
And the
isn't.
situation is not, it's not always on the people. It's on our government and their governments. It's on all
Right.
the sneaky behind the shade deals that these people do with each other, with drug cartels, with gun runners, with human traffickers. All of them do it.
Mhm.
They're all wrapped
Yeah,
up
I just-
together. The whole thing needs to be cleaned out.
I was gonna say, now I'm in Canada. That's not anything I can do about it personally, but the only thing I can personally do is just put prayers in, spread light and love that somewhere something's gonna happen to go for it. Because if you don't put positive thoughts forward, positive thoughts, positive things are not gonna happen. If we keep sitting in this terrible thing, because I'm telling you, I feel so lifted for the last week. Now that I've gotten a couple of these conspiracy crap out of my head, we won't go there right now. I can do that on my own channel.
You
but it's
finally
like,
let go of
I
some
feel
of this
so-
surface stuff.
Oh boy, I'm telling you,
It's
it's like, okay,
surface.
and I don't know where you guys are all at, whatever, and anybody in chat or anything else, but I'm going to tell you one thing for sure, 100%. There are no children in the tunnels. There is no adrenochrome, and there are no millions of Satanists all over the world. That was my
Wait,
biggest thing.
I need to
that
ask a
stuck on,
question. Stop. I got to ask a question.
because I've
I'll be
never
back.
believed in that.
First off,
During
I
his
got to
phone,
ask
I'm
a
outta here.
question. Were you there? Were you there?
Was I there for
And
what?
I'm not being a smartass. I'm not being a smartass.
When tunnels
But
or
you
what? No,
believe somebody else that told you that was happening, and now you're believing somebody else when they told you it didn't.
Okay, but I believe people on YouTube
I believe there you go, honey.
Found all this stuff
That's all I'm
going
saying.
on YouTube. Yes,
You're
so
stating it as a fact, but it can't be a fact for you unless you've been there yourself and looked at it
that's what I'm
yourself.
saying. I
Do you see what I'm
went
saying?
down every possible rabbit hole you could all think of since last fall. Every one of them. Every one of them. And just
Really?
blog.
There were some I avoided
The thing with the children.
just because
that's where it all
there
started
are
with
things
me.
that you cannot unsee and there are things
Yep.
that you cannot unknow.
And I went back to where I started from listening to others but the missing children. And then when I started looking at the whole website of it and started looking at the ratios and and how their whole chart worked and whatever else, is like, I did not read that. There is no 800,000 actually missing per year. It's a count. By the end of the year, at around the whole world, say there might be 100 cases they're working on. And I took it as literally there's 800,000 children missing a year. So
All right.
wrong.
So we're gonna take
Anyway.
this and turn this conversation because I am not comfortable with this conversation.
Yeah, no
Not
worries.
because it doesn't need to be had, but I don't want this on this channel. It feels
Okay.
dirty to me. I don't want it.
Yeah, no worries. That's why I didn't want to I just kind of want, this is, yeah. So that was my turning point last week. It kind of gone, okay, I have, there's so many people now I'm realizing too that are fake, that are making money out of all kinds of stuff that I went, I sucked into that. I sucked into that one too. And it's like, you know better.
All right. I'm going to
But
make a
anyways.
suggestion to you. I'm going to make a suggestion to you. And it was the same suggestion that was made to someone else very recently. And that is forgive yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yep, been there. Oh yeah,
Take
after a couple
Pappy's
days
advice
and kind of
because
gone.
it's important. First
Yeah,
off,
what?
forgiveness is not for somebody else.
For
Forgiveness
yourself.
always is for you. It is for cleansing your soul of
Mhm,
those emotions,
mhm.
right? Of those lower vibrations.
Yep.
So forgive yourself for being duped and then pick up and move on.
Oh, that's why
And
I
I'm not
enjoy my
saying that,
music.
I don't mean that in a heartless kind of way or anything, okay?
Nope. I know what you mean, Heather.
But
Yep.
like, we're at a point where we have to.
You guys are buffering.
She'll finish her sentence when she comes back.
I was gonna say, but yeah.
Okay, I have a comment
back-
for
back to my
Celtic
happy
Mutt.
self. You know,
I have a
back to-
comment for Celtic Mutt. I really like you, and yeah, okay, but I'm also.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
I'm also with
Sorry.
Gigi All Safe and
Whoa.
Sound in Canada.
Okay, you know what, Dorinda? Whoa, we
What?
gotta stop this. I'm just start. I don't mean to, but you know,
Okay.
we don't want this
Hold on a
going on her channel and arguments. So I'm just gonna say, just let's keep her and be done.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
big
going
girl.
to be mean, and I wasn't going to be rude.
Yeah. Okay. No. Sorry. I just started thinking of what
All I
Heather
was-
said. We didn't
All
want to talk
I'm
about this.
saying is, even though we're in a different country, we still understand what's going on in your country, and we all have feelings about it.
See, this is
And yes,
part
it hurts
of
us.
this is exactly because
Sorry.
it's going to affect everyone. It's not just going to affect America. You all know that. We all see this interconnection all over the world, not just with human beings, but with our countries, with our governments, right? We all see that the trickle effect of this is going to be terrible. Am I wrong?
We gotta love one another.
It is.
100%. Forgive. Spread the love.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, Chuck is not easy to forget. That's for sure. I've got lots of memories I wish I could let go, but that's part of life and learning. If we didn't have
Okay,
those memories to learn
real quick,
from,
guys.
then, you know.
I hate to do this, but it's almost 4:00 anyway, so Jeff Riddle will be on at 4-ish. And since we cannot keep a signal today for whatever reason, I'm going to ask everyone for final thoughts. But I'm also going to reiterate, you remember our message about love and about light and be the light, right? So final thoughts. Gigi, you want to go first?
Just what I said while you were buffering kind of thing. Just keep spreading love and light and whatever else. Stop thinking of all this negativity. Just enjoy life every day. Do the best that you can every day. That's what counts. That's what matters. Stay positive. Give everybody in your family and friends love, because, hey, you never know what comes the next day. We can all blow up the whole world and it's gone. It doesn't matter, world. Stop the arguing. See you later. Love. God bless.
Love you, honey. Thank you. All right, go ahead, Dorinda.
As my aunt sends me a little poem thing every morning, and I'm always telling her to shine, 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 just shine, and be kind. Like, that's it. Just be kind, be positive, and shine. We all have to shine. Okay,
And the one in
I love you guys.
pink is the
We
shiniest.
love you too.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
No.
Go ahead, Bonnie.
Yes, you are, Bonnie.
Final
You're
thoughts
allowed to
for
have
us,
a
honey?
down day.
Stop. I don't know
Absolutely.
what they're seeing, but no, I did not mean to turn your show into this, and I'm so sorry.
You are fine. No,
I
honey,
did.
these things need to be talked about. They do. They need to be talked about. I'm not sure we're
Yep.
the right platform, but
It's
you know,
gotta
we
be
have
out
our
there.
own views too, just like everyone else does. That's all. I mean, it's
And
not
I
a bad thing.
understand that. And I that's what I said. I am Christian. I love all. We were all created equal. I understand all of this.
Mhm.
But at the same time, why do you lock your doors on your house?
Yep,
It's the same thing.
it's unfair.
They are breaking into our house. That's all I'm going to say. I
Yep.
love y'all. I don't want to create divide.
Not at all,
You're
girl.
okay, honey. You're all
I
right.
pray for
And I do
everyone.
understand because you're
And I
probably under
just
more
hope-
stress than most of us down there.
And
Well-
you're pointing out the truth and the facts, girl. There's nothing wrong with what you said. You're pointing out what's going on, and it's breaking your heart to see what's going on. And I don't blame you one
Yeah.
bit. I wish I was down there to give you a big hug, girl, because you
Mhm.
know how tough it is to be the adult and to be
Well,
the
you
head of the
just don't.
house and all the stress on you. So you think about how big your heart and how much strength you have to keep going the way you're doing for everybody. You remember that. You go have yourself a nice hot bath or something, relax and have some chill out time for yourself. Hey, as a matter of fact, so tonight, ain't gonna look like this. I'm gonna go all out with the makeup and the hair. So how about you do a little something with yourself? Funk your hair up. Put some makeup on. Let's have some fun tonight for Friday night. Cake. 9:30. Let's all have some fun somehow. I don't care how. Let's,
That's your job, Gigi. You're the crazy.
put a kitty cat face on her or something. Just throwing it out there. Because I'm going to do that for Ken or whatever. I'm going to have some fun and funk out and send him a couple of pictures. So you seen the picture I sent you of my daughter,
Me?
Bonnie? Yeah.
No.
Oh, it was one that, like, the last text I sent you. It's a picture of my daughter when she dressed. Okay, hang on. Can I share the? Wait a minute.
Well, I'm going to share my final thoughts.
I was going to say, yeah. Never mind.
I do understand. I understand exactly where you're coming from and what you're thinking about and why you are concerned. And I'm not saying don't be concerned, hon. I started seeing things in chat that made me think that people were coloring everyone with this brush.
No.
And you guys know how I feel about that. And so I was reacting to that. And I'm sorry because I should be at a place where I'm not reacting. Right? Well, I feel like I should. But I am human. So I'm going to cut myself a break on that because I am human. So there are going to be things that I instantaneously react to. That being
I've
said,
done a lot of that
it is still
myself in the last
important
couple of weeks.
that if you feel the need to place blame, that you find the appropriate vehicle to place that blame on, not people that may or may not have had a choice, because none of us knows their circumstances. And
Mhm.
I agree that this is heinous, what is going on. But again, not entirely their fault. Would they be coming if they hadn't been invited? And when everybody keeps talking about our military stepping in to stop this stuff and constitutional and this and that, they should have stopped it the day that he rescinded that order and opened those gates, because that would be protecting our country.
Yep.
So
Yep.
all this big swirl, right? We're all being flushed down the toilet right now. So hands in the air. Okay. And all drains lead to the ocean. So I'll see you out there in the big ocean of life.
Bunny.
That was not the best thought, but we love you all. Love and light.
Bonnie.
Love you.
Let's try to
too.
have a beautiful
Bonnie.
day. Bonnie, do you want to
Have a
hang
good
around
evening,
backstage for a minute?
We can visit you.
It's
Bye,
such a
guys.
good-
Bye.
Bye, Dorinda. Have a great day, you guys. And I love you. Thank you for coming up and sharing with us.
Love all of y'all in chat.
Bye, guys. I'm always a
Sorry,
crazy.
I got everybody heated up.
No worries. Mwah, mwah.
You're fine,
okay.
hon. You're fine.
We're all sending
All right.
you
Well, we love
love.
you all. Have a great day. We'll be back at the regular time tomorrow.